I am a big fucking fan of Venom. While he's not my favorite Spider-Man villain now, as a kid he was. To be honest, I thought he was creepy as fuck. I vividly remember that one episode in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon where it's Peter's costume and the Venom symbiote wrestling over his body. That shit gave me nightmares. After this, it sparked an interest in my head. I wanted to know more about Venom. And after my research, I do want to say there is one particular era of Venom that I really do enjoy over all the others. Now, I'm not going to talk about Flash Thompson or Scorpion Venom. I specifically want to talk about Eddie Brock Venom for this video. Now, Eddie Brock is the definition of a hater, okay? He hated seeing Peter Parker winning. If Spider-Man ever got a fresh pair of Jordans, you best believe Venom was right around the corner getting ready to step on them. Now, the reason why Eddie doesn't really like Peter differs from medium to medium. Like, sometimes it's just jealousy, sometimes Peter is actually genuinely an asshole and really deserves it. But in terms of the creation of Venom, it doesn't really matter as long as Eddie hates Peter. Peter's blatant disregard for the Venom symbiote and Eddie Brock's jealousy and hatred for Peter is usually the combination for the creation of the Venom character. Also, for the record, one thing I want to point out is that the symbiote never really altered Peter's emotions to make him more angry and violent. That idea was brought forth from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, where after extended exposure to the Venom symbiote causes Peter to just become an arrogant little prick. While in the comic, Peter doesn't really get bad emotions. What happened is that he just finds out the Venom symbiote, is alive. He's wearing an alien, and that causes him to be like, yo, what the fuck? Get this shit off me. And to be honest, I really like that origin more than the 90s comic origin for Venom. It's way more understandable on why the Venom symbiote is angry at Peter. Because it's like, hey man, I just made your life significantly better. I'm doing your job for you while you're getting sleep, helping your grades go up in college, and you just throw me away to the side because I literally exist. But that's a video for another day. To get back on topic, I think Venom is at his best when he just absolutely fucking hates Spider-Man, but is still a pretty, chill dude. I don't like when Venom is presented as this world-ending threat that wants to conquer and take over the world and just produce symbiote after symbiote after symbiote. Like, all that makes for a fun game, makes for a good storytelling, but it doesn't make the best case for the Venom character. The Venom character at its core is supposed to be poison to Spider-Man, and one medium that I think portrays this really well is the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon. Venom in that show could not give a single fuck on anything else that happens in New York if it does not deal with Peter Parker. Like, in that show, he only exists to make Peter Parker's life a living hell. And that's what I love. I love when Venom is just a D1 hater, but he just still goes about on his day as if he was just like chilling, like if he was just a normal guy. And that is the whole premise of Lethal Protector. Like, the whole concept behind that comic book is not that if Venom can live without Spider-Man. It's, can Venom live without the hatred for Spider-Man? And you have to remember, like I said earlier, the Venom symbiote in the comics never made Peter aggressive. He wasn't like, it didn't alter his emotions at all. Peter in the comics, especially in the old comics, was just an asshole. So the hatred that Eddie Brock had for him, at least in the comics, was warranted. The hatred that the Venom symbiote had for him was definitely warranted. And this is why I love the character of Venom so much. It was understandable for the actions in which he took on Peter. It wasn't played off for the sake of villainy in the comics, like a lot of other different mediums try to showcase it as. It was done for understandable revenge. Peter ruined and destroyed the life of two people. He completely disregarded a life form that made it his ultimate goal to just make Peter's life better, and Peter literally threw it away to the wayside because it was alive. Now, I'm not a symbiote, but even as a human, I can imagine that takes a heavy toll on something. Eddie hates Spider-Man because Spider-Man ruined his career, he ruined his life. And I think that idea of hatred does really well in like the Spider-Man mythos because eventually Eddie and Peter, well, the Venom symbiote by way of Eddie, reconciles with Peter. And that pact of peace feels very earned because we see all three of these characters, well really two, we see both these characters truly develop and understand and gain a mutual respect for each other. Way beyond than the trope of, oh, this is a superhero and you are my supervillain and I have to defeat you. So if you give Venom an understandable and valid reason to hate Spider-Man, and if you just let Venom be the hater that he's meant to be, don't make him this world-ending villain, don't make him some Avengers-level threat that must be stopped. If you just make him purely a hater of Spider-Man, then you will have best version of Venom you will ever see. Thanks for watching. You should check out this video I made about Batman and why he should be a symbol of hope and not fear. And if you don't watch that, I will tickle your feet. I'm not joking. I will tie you down and tickle your feet until you watch the video. So just watch the video.